alhamdulillah, I met some other people after a while, which kind of helped me realize that this is wrong. It is not right. But after all of this, I met some other people, which some of them I actually knew for long. I just didn't know that they were following another sect, because later I discovered that they were afraid of like talking too much about it, because they were used to being rejected by like people that were their friends. So when they realized that I was kind of struggling with all of this, struggling with the way that the people who I had been taught about Islam, the people that taught me Islam, that I was struggling with this way of practicing, they told me to come to their mosque. I started going there, and when some of my other friends heard about me going there, they told me not to go. They told me bad things about Shiaism, and I started to question everything, like everything, Islam, Sunni, Shia, everything. But when I went to that mosque and met people there, I felt so much more welcome. They welcomed me with open arms and told me that take your time, regardless of what you have been taught before, and regardless of what you think about everything that you have been through, just ignore it, because here you can be yourself and take your time, and we're going to help you in a easy way, like your way, your time, everything. And I thought, yeah, okay, why not? I still like Islam, so the religion, like, I still believe in that God, so okay, I'll give it time. And so I did. I mean, the way those people just makes your life so much easier just by telling you, no, that's not haram, you can do that, you just have to be careful, and yes, you can do that, that's not a good thing to do, but you take your time, just stop doing it one day at a time, take your time, baby steps, whatever you like. And that was something I was not used to, because I was used to the thought of that you should give up everything that day and stop doing it. And for some people that might work, but I had, through my life, I've been through a lot of things, so I cannot just change my life in one day. You need several days, maybe a week, a month, or maybe even a year. And they said to me that that's okay, just take your time. And I didn't went so often because I was kind of tired of the entire thing, so I just wanted to stay away from everything. But after a while, I just started to get that feeling back again, the feeling that I had when I started to read about Islam. I got that feeling back because people were so nice and they were showing me Islam in a different way. I mean, it's many of the same stories, of course, but the people, I mean, the stories in Shiism, like, I mean, I never even, I knew that the Prophet had a grandchild. I knew that he had Hussein and Hassan. I've heard about them, but I always figured them as just children who were playing, that's all. But when I learned their stories also, I thought, that, why haven't I heard of this before? Why is this like a hidden thing in Sunni Islam? I mean, that was one of the things that spoke to me. I mean, the story about Karbala, the story about the entire, what can I say, selection after the Prophet died and everything. It was like, I never heard of it even. It was like a thing that you just hide away in Sunni Islam. In Shia Islam, you have like, you can ask questions that you cannot ask in Sunni Islam. If you ask those questions, you're kind of going towards a kafir state, like you cannot ask questions. And to me, it is important to ask questions. I mean, that's one of the ways and one of the reasons that I found Islam in the first place, because I asked questions. And I can ask questions to anyone, and they will try to find the answer instead of just attacking me by, this is wrong, don't ask that question, sister, stay away from this, sister, stay away from that. I can ask questions, which is one of the most important things to me. I mean, how else can I gain knowledge about something if I don't ask questions? And that is one of the most important things that led me to stay in this mosque, and to kind of enjoy being in the mosque. I don't feel like I'm kind of, I feel good when I go to the mosque, and I think that's one of the things that you need to feel. I mean, you're supposed to be happy when you're practicing a religion, because you cannot follow something that doesn't make you happy. It's the way of life. Are you going to go around and just stay miserable your entire life? That's wrong. And I learned that when I came here, and after a while I had to be Shia. That's the only thing I think that I can do and feel that is right. And that is mostly to some of the amazing people that I find here. So my life today, compared to how it was before I became a Muslim, and also the way till I found Shiaism, I mean, alhamdulillah, I'm just happy. I mean, I have good friends. I have had a different path with some of my friends and also my family. And of course, it has been difficult for my family and friends to accept that I have kind of changed my whole being. Like, I've changed my way of eating, changed my way of dressing. The hijab apparently is a huge difference from what I used to be dressing like. And I mean, to my family, it was difficult in the beginning, because they had the same view of Islam as I did before. And of course, it is hard if you think that your daughter is going towards someone that you think is bad. But today, alhamdulillah, I have a great relationship with both of my parents. They have learned to realize that this is something that I do for myself, and that this is something that makes me feel good about myself, and that I just have a peaceful lifestyle, that I don't go out late, I don't hang out with friends that are bad for me. I mean, it's good. And also my friends, like the closest one, I have I have some Norwegian friends that I've had during the entire time. And I have lost a lot of friends, I have. But I mean, those who stayed are also those who are worth keeping. And they accept me just the way I am. And but it was, in the beginning, it was very tough. Especially in the beginning when I converted to Islam. It was tough because people didn't understand it, and when you're like a new Muslim, it is also difficult to explain. I mean, because you know why you did it, but other people don't necessarily understand that. But my lifestyle now compared to before is a lot more peaceful. I go to the mosque as often as I can, and I try to help translating some books. And if there are any like gatherings here, I try to help as much as possible by doing small things. I am not one of the most active people in this mosque due to a disease I have. But I mean, everyone in this mosque contributes to what they can, and I think that it's important to do what you can and not do so much that you cannot kind of have your own life as well. So what I do now is I translate books. That's probably just something I do, not too often, but when I can. And helping just randomly when it's possible.